You don't stay silent because you're strong. You stay silent because the last time you needed someone hurt, maybe it happens with a message you never send. Your phone is in your hand, the room is quiet, the words are typed. Can you help me? 4 simple words. But your chest tightens like you have asked for too much before anyone answers. So you stare at the screen, you rewrite it, you make it softer. Then you delete the whole thing and tell yourself, it's fine, I'll handle it. And you probably will. You have become very good at surviving moments that were never supposed to be carried alone. But this may go deeper than pride. It may go back to a time when asking did not bring comfort. It brought silence, a sigh, a lecture, a look that made you feel small, or the quiet lesson that your needs were something other people had to tolerate. So you adapted. You became easier to love from a distance. You stopped asking for rides, for reassurance, for attention, for comfort. You learned to carry your own bags, your own fear, your own sadness. And because no one saw the weight, they started calling you independent. But sometimes independence is not confidence. Sometimes it is disappointment that learned how to stand up straight. There is a hidden cost to being the person who never asks. People begin to believe you don't need anything. They bring you their pain because you look steady. They tell you their secrets because you always seem calm. They lean on you because you never collapse in public, and you become everyone's safe place while quietly wondering why no one notices you are not safe inside yourself. This is where the wound gets complicated. You may want someone to notice, but feel embarrassed when they do. You may crave support, but freeze when it is offered. You may feel angry that no one checks on you, then panic when someone asks what is wrong. Because the real fear is not help. The real fear is what help used to mean. Maybe help meant being reminded you were a burden. Maybe it meant someone keeping score. Maybe it meant opening your heart and watching the person walk away. Maybe it meant needing more than people were willing to give. So now, your nervous system has a rule. Don't ask, don't need, don't give anyone the chance to disappoint you again. That rule protected you once. But here's the painful part. The same wall that protects you from rejection can also keep safe people from reaching you. Your silence may be saving you from an old pain, while creating a new loneliness. Because people cannot hold the part of you they are never allowed to see. They cannot sit with a sadness you keep turning into, I'm just tired. They cannot help with a weight you keep describing as no big deal. And maybe, deep down, you are not waiting for people to help you. Maybe you are waiting for them to prove they would have helped without you asking. You want someone to notice the pause in your voice, the slower replies, the way you say, I'm fine, a little too quickly. You want someone to read the invisible sentence behind your smile. Please don't make me beg to be cared for. That sentence is heartbreaking because it makes sense. If you had to earn attention, asking can feel humiliating. If your pain was ignored, needing can feel unsafe. If love came with conditions, support can feel like debt. But your needs are not a debt. They are not proof that you are weak. They are not evidence that you are too much. They are not a flaw in your character. They are signs that you are human. Still, healing does not mean suddenly telling everyone everything. It does not mean trusting people who have already shown you they cannot be gentle. It does not mean forcing your nervous system to open a door it still believes is dangerous. Healing can start smaller than that. It can start with one safe person, one honest sentence, one request that does not explain your whole life. I'm having a hard day. Can you sit with me for a minute? I don't need you to fix it. I just don't want to hold it alone. For someone who learned to survive alone, even a small ask can feel like standing at the edge of something huge. So do not shame yourself if your voice shakes. Do not shame yourself if you want to take it back. Your body may be learning that support does not always end in pain. Choose someone who has shown safety in small moments, not someone you have to convince to care. Start with a need small enough that your body can survive it. Let one person show up before you decide the whole world will not. And if they do not respond perfectly, that does not mean your need was wrong. It means that person had a limit. Their limit is not your worth. You were not born unable to ask for help. You were taught that needing people was risky. But maybe the next chapter of your life is not about becoming helpless. It is about letting yourself be helped without feeling ashamed. Maybe strength is not carrying everything quietly. Maybe strength is sending one small message before you disappear again. Maybe strength is letting someone sit beside you, not to fix the wound, but to remind your body that you do not have to face every dark room alone. If you have ever typed, "Can you help me?" and deleted it before sending, you are not the only one. And if this made you feel seen, stay with Empty But Aware, a place for people who learn to survive quietly and are slowly learning they do not have to carry everything alone.